My name's DJ Capobianco. I graduated from the College of Communication in 2010, and I work in research at Twitter. I work in the revenue team, and we are in charge of a couple of different things, but we really work to understand the impact of investments on the platform, how messages travel across the platform, and what kind of audiences participate on Twitter. When I was a sophomore, I got an unpaid internship that was just down the green line in the financial district, and I was working at a small PR agency that I believe was run by a BU alumni, and we started working with Twitter accounts for the brands that they help manage and coming up with strategies when the platform was only a couple years old about how businesses participated in the social media conversation. And that really snowballed into an entire career path. It's really funny that the platform that I work for now didn't exist until I went to college. The role that I have now did not exist until after I graduated. The previous company I worked for, which worked with Twitter data, wasn't founded until I was a junior in college. So this has all moved really quickly. But because I was in a city that had marketing professionals who were looking at the next way to do really big ideas, I was able to get exposed to this type of media early and have really enjoyed the journey. I think it's really important when you think about investing in your education that you're thinking about a broad skill set that will apply regardless of the tools that are available. You're investing a lot in your education to learn about Twitter.com today, to learn about Photoshop, to learn about After Effects. I think that that's missing the forest for the trees. What you really want to learn is how to tell a story. That's going to apply no matter what kind of website or camera equipment or software is developed. And that's, in my opinion, what the real value of a comm education is. I think about my day-to-day, and what my team is challenged with is to take data and to communicate to people what that data says. It is absolutely some traditional market research. Those skills apply. But if you can't sit down with a client or with a colleague and learn how to get from point A to point B to talk about a real narrative, a real story that goes through all of those same transitions as a traditional story architecture, you're not going to be an effective communication professional. So that's why I really like comm. I think it has the right balance because, yes, of course, there's always going to be shiny new things in communication. I think that's why a lot of us are attracted to the field. It's really innovative, but you're going to want to spend a couple of years in a place that allows you to focus on the fundamentals because that will work much harder for you in the long run. I think my biggest advice to students is to relax the expectation that walking out of any program wherever you go, that you're going to know exactly what's happening. The biggest education that you will get is really when you enter the workforce. That's why being in Boston is a huge advantage, because you get to do that early. The other thing to remember is that comm is such a great preparation, so that when you walk in that door on your first day after you graduate, you can really get a lot out of it. My biggest advice would be to always keep learning, because communication is a moving target, and it will continue to innovate at a very rapid pace.